Success. That word brings to each one of our minds something different. Is it financial success that you're looking for? Is it success in sports? Is it success in school? Is it success in your family? No matter what kind of success it is you're looking for, there is one principle that is often very true, and it is that success often has to do with being in the right place at the right time. And right now we're going to talk about a company that can bring you financial success, and you need to pay attention because this is the fastest growing company in history. This company has created 310 millionaires in the last 9 months. Company revenue on average is 50 million a week. There are 3,000 to 5,000 new registered customers every day. They've done over $1 billion in revenue in around the first year. And now we're looking to be a registered cryptocurrency in the United States. We are writing history and invite you to be a part of it. You see, throughout time, high impact opportunities happen only around once a decade, if that. Here's some examples: the automobile, the personal computer, Facebook and other social media sites. And now you have the opportunity to be part of another high impact situation, and it's called cryptocurrencies. Crypto what? You're probably thinking. Well, let's look at the definition. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency in which encryption techniques are used to regulate the generation of a units of currency and verify the transfer of funds operating independently of a central bank. There's multiple benefits in this particular phrase. For example, first, it's encrypted, means it's secure. It has a level of transparency. It can't be counterfeited, duplicated, replicated, and so it causes more trust and honesty to be involved in the global economy. Also, it verifies the transfer of funds. And because it operates independent of a central banking system, you often can avoid transfer fees, wire fees, withdrawal fees, and the like. So it becomes almost more like a bartering system where I get this and you get that, and we don't have a lot of extra fees involved. Okay, so Bitcoin was the very first cryptocurrency coming into existence in 2009. This is when Bitcoin as a payment solution was released as open source software. In the early years, there were wrinkles with Bitcoin, but they have been worked out. Bitcoin is now considered a commodity in the United States and a form of currency in Europe, and is even being traded on the NASDAQ. Bitcoin's value has been fluctuating over the last year, anywhere between $260 and $460 per coin, and so it's considered fairly volatile. Now, Bitcoin started off at 10 cents, and over time it actually peaked at $1,200 per coin. This created multiple millionaires and even one billionaire. Now, there's a number of respectable names within the financial world that have made statements on virtual currencies or cryptocurrencies. Ben Bernanke, the former Federal Reserve chairman, says virtual currencies may hold long-term promise. We also have a statement from Bill Gates. He says, in the future, financial transactions will be digital, universal, and almost free, which is what we're seeing with Bitcoin. We also have Richard Branson says, it feels strange to think of a world without cash. No more coins or notes to find down the back of the sofa, but it appears that's the way things are heading. And it truly is. We see articles like this coming out more and more now. Citibank is working on its own digital currency called Citicoin. We also have large investment firms like Fidelity wanting to trademark their own Fidelity coin. Here we see that university and colleges are starting to offer classes in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, or also cryptography. Here we see Stanford University joins NYU and Duke in offering Bitcoin courses. Bitcoin's also been luring lots of ambitious young financial analysts and traders away from Wall Street. And here's a couple of those stories. We have Jared Kenna, who took action and purchased his first batch of 5,000 Bitcoins for only 20 cents apiece. He spent $1,000 early on, later traded his coins for about $258 each, and made himself around $1.3 million. We have another case here where two more twin brothers actually took action, the Winklevoss twins. They became investors in Bitcoin, and according to New York Times, they've amassed over $11 million from their Bitcoin investment. Well, here's a gentleman that actually took action but forgot he took action. He purchased $27 worth of Bitcoin, completely forgot about them, and then later on when he remembered that he had them, they were worth $886,000. Here's one more story of a man who did not take action. He says, in 2009, my friend Steve bought 5,000 Bitcoin for $1,000, 20 cents a piece. He told me I should buy some for myself, so I went to the internet, did research, found a bunch of articles saying that Bitcoin was a Ponzi scam, so I decided to pass the opportunity. 4 years later, Steve sold his Bitcoins for over $8 million. And Tom here from Fort Lauderdale says, I will not miss the boat the second time around with OneCoin. And that's something certainly for us to take heed to today. OneCoin. What exactly is OneCoin? It's another cryptocurrency that's come out in the market similar to Bitcoin, although there are some differences. And here we see some comparisons where we see Bitcoin has 21 million coins on the right hand side. OneCoin actually will be able to max out at 2.1 billion coins, making it available to many more people. Also, 100% of OneCoin is owned by people, whereas 80% of Bitcoins are owned by corporations. OneCoin generated $1 billion in revenue in 13 months, whereas it took Bitcoin 3 years to do $1 billion in revenue. Dr. Ruja, the owner of OneCoin, is quite transparent, and we have a document put together that was 6 hours of research on the internet, and we still don't really know who the creator of Bitcoin is. OneCoin has an agreement with MasterCard, which makes it easy to spend anywhere in the world that accepts a MasterCard, whereas Bitcoin you have to have a special wallet online, and you have to use exchanges, and you have to use a smartphone. So it's a rather techie thing. Again, on the other hand, OneCoin has been a very steady vertical evaluation, whereas we can see Bitcoin has been up and down like a roller coaster, making it quite volatile. The bottom line is that OneCoin is going to be the crypto coin for the masses of people. Now, OneCoin cash from an ATM machine, and you can find multiple videos on YouTube where people simply take their OneCoin MasterCard here, go to an ATM machine, punch in how much money they want to take out of their OneCoin balance, and out it comes. Makes it much easier to use no matter where you are in the world, whatever fiat currency you may need at the time that you need it. The founder of OneCoin is Dr. Ruja Ignatova. She has a master's degree in economics from the University of Constance. She has a PhD in law from the Universities of Oxford and Constance. She did her thesis on corporate litigation within the European Union. She was also awarded Businesswoman of the Year in Bulgaria for both 2012 and 2014. This happened to be an international business. She served as a consultant for several cryptocurrency companies before she started OneCoin herself. She's published 2 books on cryptocurrency, and her mission is to educate the world about the power and the future of cryptocurrency through the advanced learning system of OneCoin. And we can provide for you an extensive document about Dr. Ruja. Here you see her within the Forbes magazine. This was a paid placement advertisement. Forbes was happy to have her be part of their prestigious magazine. Dr. Ruja also was recently invited to the 4th annual Southeast Europe Summit, where she spoke on stability and growth in the future and using cryptocurrency as part of that payments for the future. She identifies the unbanked in particular and suggests that cryptocurrency as a viable solution. The unbanked are people within Asia and Africa that really don't have the proper documentation to be part of the traditional banking system, and so she's coming up with solutions to meet the problems that exist in the world for the unbanked and undocumented. Other speakers at this event were the President of Bulgaria, the former Prime Minister of Sweden, representatives from World Bank, Visa Europe, as well as a host of other thinkers for the economy. And here at this link you can go ahead and go to that article on the Economist website. Here are the two books that Dr. Ruja Ignatova has written on cryptocurrency. Now let's take a look at the One Academy memberships, because obviously I would imagine by now you're saying, well, how do I get involved with OneCoin? It's clearly a very good option for diversity of wealth, adding this to your portfolio. What you'll see here on the far left is the membership titles. You'll see then the cost of that membership, and the company has utilized tokens as a way to have a stable value for each package. But then you take those tokens, give them back to the company at a specified difficulty rate, and then you see the number of coins that you would receive for these particular packages. Now this can all be, of course, explained later on to you. But what we want to emphasize is that the company has been growing in the marketplace. There's a cryptocurrency exchange online where OneCoin was number 3 on May 25th, when it was valued at $1.15 per coin. OneCoin was still number 3 on June 25th, valued at $1.40 per coin. And now OneCoin is number 2 as of November 2nd at $1.68 per coin. And here we are today around November 20th, and OneCoin has jumped up to $3.60 per coin. And you ask the question, what is the value of the coin going to be 3, 6, or 9 months from now? Recently, Dr. Ruja at a meeting in Stockholm, Sweden, showed a graph that she was on course to have OneCoin valued at 15 euros per coin at the end of 2016, and a 3-year plan could place the value of OneCoin anywhere from 50 to 100 euros. One thing I appreciate about Dr. Ruja is she's always conservative in her estimates. She actually expected about 50,000 registered users her first year, and actually it was more about 600,000. One of the great things about OneCoin is there are monthly audits that are made public for anyone to look at. The audits are done by a company, Semper Fortis, which also audits multiple very prominent companies like Toyota and BMW overseas, as well as Bulgarian Airlines. Dr. Ruja has focused a lot on transparency and increasing trust, because she understands that in the world of the internet there's just a lot of scams, and so she wants to make sure that people realize this is a long-term cryptocurrency that is looking to become a globally accepted currency that will literally change the lives of billions of people. Here you see a picture of Dr. Ruja with the certified auditor from Semper Fortis. So I place before you, those of you that missed out on Bitcoin's opportunity, do not miss OneCoin. Here we see, as of November 16th, 672,000 registered users. We are growing very fast, but the great news is we've only mined about 20% of the coins, so we still like to consider it kind of an IPO scenario. Now as time goes on, the value continues to increase, and here's some examples of that. You'll see that a trader package, which is 500 euros will give you 5,000 tokens, but as you see the difficulty increase from 4 to 34, you then see that the overall value has decreased from 4,600 to 540, and that's because it takes more tokens to have the same number of coins. And so the most early adopters that were adding seed money to the company, they got the biggest benefits. But I assure you that the value of the coin is going to continue to increase, whereas, like I had mentioned, Dr. Ruja places the value of OneCoin projected at 15 euros for the end of 2016. Here you also see the Tycoon Trader, which is a 5,000 euro package. You'll see that it yields both 60,000 tokens, but when you look at the difficulty, you begin to see that there are less coins for that. Now it's interesting that if you follow all the way to the total value column, you'll see that you're essentially getting exactly what the membership costs. However, over time, of course, that becomes more and more valuable as the coin increases in value. Now, the company runs special promotions, and here we see two promotions that were being run. One is called the combo, and a second one is called a triple combo. Now, you'll want to talk to the person that invited you to look at this presentation to see if there are any special promotions available when you are making your decision to be part of OneCoin. Now, finally, OneCoin is a business model that can reward you significantly and legitimately without having to sell anything. So get your package immediately, start mining your coins so you can participate in this amazing growth. But you may be wondering, is the money real? Are people making money? Well, let's take a look at some of the money that people have been making. These are real dashboard shots from a OneCoin back office. We see the one on the left, the person had made about 2,300 euros, and the person on the right had actually made well over 100,000 euros. We also see here that this person had earned 80,000 euros on the left, and this on the right shows that there was 35,000 euros earned. Most of these are going to be within an 8-month period. Here again on the left we see 24,000, and then we see some of the breakdowns of that earning. Here again we see one person. On the left, it shows that they've actually earned over 1,000,000 euros. And you'll see on the top that they actually earned 35,000 euros for the week. So these kinds of numbers are possible. Again, on the right, you'll see this person earned over 709,000 euros. So exactly how does the compensation plan work? I would say well, but the bottom line is that there's now over 25,000 six-figure earners in the company's first 14 months, and there's primarily two approaches. First, people will just purchase the OneCoin and watch it reevaluate as it increases, and they can begin to trade those OneCoins in the future for a fiat currency. Second, there are people that will be interested in a referral type marketing system where they can refer others to purchase OneCoin, and OneCoin offers 4 different kinds of lucrative bonuses that you can go over with the person that invited you here or attend one of our compensation plan presentations. But here's one testimony that was made. It says, "This is the most lucrative compensation model I have ever been a part of in 11 years of marketing. Dr. Ruja has incredible vision and a passion to make a difference in the world. I am so thankful to be a part of it." So, do you like what you see? We are here and ready to support you on your way to success with cryptocurrency and OneCoin. We have systems in place that will help you succeed. For example, our team gets free marketing systems, complete with proven capture pages, auto-response emails, text notifications, and more. We create multiple guidebooks that will guide you through being successful with OneCoin as well as prospecting. We do team calls with training, live prospecting, opportunity calls. We have a team website, and we also do advertising cooperatives and more with rotators. Rotators for both 800 numbers as well as web pages. Richard Branson said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. And that is something that I feel you can simply step out in faith with OneCoin. So a couple closing questions. What percentage is your money making you in your bank, in your IRA, or your savings account? Where else do you have a real opportunity to make over an 800% return on your purchase? Success. I invite you to get back to the person that invited you to learn about OneCoin and start to experience financial success with us in OneCoin.